Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Please pay attention to the following announcement. In the event that Addition Financial Arena must be evacuated, arena visitors must follow the instructions of arena staff and evacuate the arena immediately. If seated on the floor level, please proceed to the nearest corner exit and exit Addition Financial Arena through the ground level doors. If seated in the lower level or 100 sections, please proceed either up or down the stairs to the exit nearest you. If seated on the upper level or 200 sections, proceed down the stairs to the main arena concourse and then to the exit nearest you. We appreciate your attention to our evacuation procedures. Enjoy your visit to Addition Financial Arena.
Trajectory. At UCF, it's science we know well. But there's more to it than physics. It's life. Your path is affected by actions and forces that can change the trajectory of your life. By uniting world-class faculty, cutting-edge research, and access to opportunity, UCF changes trajectories like no other university. Ready to change yours?
Honored guests, please welcome the incredible graduates from the University of Central Florida. Please welcome the esteemed faculty and scholarly top honor graduates to the ceremony.
This is big. You made it. The culmination of hard work, perseverance, and focus that manifested into this momentous landmark. UCF Knights, you earned this. Today makes it official with the credentials, but the mirror speaks clearly and says, unleash your potential. Passion from within drove you into fifth gear. Now your engines roar to take flight. You dared to reach for the stars when stars were out of sight. We see you. You proved beyond a reasonable doubt that success is available and accessible. An example of when vision for the future overrides any challenge of defeat. It's why the refreshing wave of victory tastes so sweet. Cheers to all milestones represented here. PhDs, masters, and bachelor's degrees. You should be proud. Celebrations to relive. Are you aware of the hope you give? Especially today, as families swell with pride, a domino effect of transformation transpires in the lives around you. Personal and professional community is strengthened, stabilizing like iron ore. The good news is there's more. With dedication at the root, greatness grows and bears fruit through the unleashing of your potential. The power to positively change the world exists within you. You who are the next leaders, healers, inventors, entrepreneurs, creatives, creating spaces for immeasurable impact. You are relentless. Charge on, O Knights of Black and Gold, because with that, the golden opportunities that await are as endless as your potential.
Please welcome the platform party for our ceremony.
morning, good morning. It's time to graduate. Good morning to you. Good morning, UCF family. Welcome to Commencement. My name is Dr. Adrienne Frame, and it is my pleasure to serve as the Vice President for Student Success and Wellbeing here at UCF. The university is honored to welcome graduates, esteemed guests, and online viewers to the 176th commencement exercises at the University of Central Florida. I can think of no better way to start a very special Friday morning than with a spirited celebration of scholarship, support, service, and student success. Assembled are the graduates of the College of Business Administration. And the College of Undergraduate Studies. To begin our ceremony, our vocalist Jose Velez and our organist Andrew Walker, who are beside the platform on the main floor, will lead us in the singing of our national anthem. Will all please rise if you are able, and gentlemen, if you will remove your caps.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Jose and Andrew, and everyone would please be seated. And now, please welcome the President of the University of Central Florida, Dr. Alexander Cartwright.
Thank you, Dr. Frame, and welcome everyone to this momentous event for our graduates and their loved ones. Graduates, today we celebrate the incredible hard work, persistence, and adaptability you displayed in unleashing your potential and reaching this important milestone in your life. We are honored to recognize you with the degrees you have earned. During your time at UCF, you've shown optimism, compassion, and determination to overcome obstacles while also embracing opportunities, proving that knights will rise to every occasion. With unstoppable determination, we turn ambition into action, transform knowledge into breakthroughs, and advance industries and technologies that move our world forward. family and friends, our graduates would not be where they are today without your support. Their lives will be forever impacted by your care and encouragement. For all you have done, we want to show our gratitude. Would all the guests of our graduates please stand if you are able? All the guests, please stand if you are able. And graduates, please join me in showing our appreciation to them. Thank you so much for being such an important part of the UCF family. You may be seated. Today's graduates join an extensive network of UCF alumni who are making a difference in our society. For instance, Brian Wright, a two-time College of Business graduate and Hall of Fame member, is the general manager of the NBA's San Antonio Spurs. He began that role in 2019 after 3 years as the team's assistant general manager. Before then, he spent 2 seasons as the Detroit Pistons assistant general manager, following 8 seasons in various roles with the Orlando Magic, where he started as a summer intern. And class of 2025, we look forward to your next great accomplishments. Your university has been on an unprecedented journey from the start. UCF was founded in 1963 to educate the talent needed to support our nation's space program and the ambitious goal to land humans on the moon, a challenge that seemed impossible at the time. This amazing university has been doing bold things ever since to energize Florida's economy and transform lives for a brighter and better tomorrow. This is what UCF does. We dare to boldly invent the future. Graduates, you earn a degree from an institution rising in excellence, rankings, and impact. For instance, consider just some of the ways the colleges we celebrate this morning distinguish our university. Our professional sales team in the College of Business is a perennial national champion. And the college's Blackstone Launchpad promotes entrepreneurial skills and startups on campus and throughout Florida. Meanwhile, our College of Undergraduate Studies also excels as empowering students to unleash their full potential as they achieve a life-changing degree. All of this and much more happens at an institution U.S. News & World Report ranks as one of the top 5 most innovative public universities in the country. And the most innovative university in Florida. This distinction results from the excellence of our exceptional people, and today we celebrate you. We celebrate the risk takers and innovators who make an impact by embodying the values of entrepreneurship and partnership. Please congratulate the graduates of our College of Business Administration. And we celebrate those who think and learn flexibly, explore leadership beyond traditional organizational structures, and innovate at the intersection of disciplines. Please congratulate the graduates of the College of Undergraduate Studies. Graduates, we are so proud of all you have achieved, and we can't wait to see what you do next. Before we continue, allow me to acknowledge special members of the UCF family who could not be with us today. our graduates who are active duty military and have been called away to serve our country. We are also honored to recognize additional groups of graduates who are with us today. Graduating members of our ROTC programs who have just been or are about to be commissioned as officers in our armed forces, our graduating student veterans, our graduating active duty military, and our graduating military-connected students. Will these graduates please rise and accept our thanks and congratulations. Several people who are important to the university are with me on the platform and will not be introduced later. I ask them to stand and remain standing as they are recognized. And I ask that you hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Alex Martins, Chair, UCF Board of Trustees. Tiffany Altizer, Member, UCF Board of Trustees. Rhonda Bishop, Vice President for Compliance, Ethics, and Risk. Dr. Paige Borden, Chief Analytics Officer. Rodney M. Grabowski, Senior Vice President for Advancement and Partnerships. Dr. Andrea Guzman, Vice President for Access and Community Engagement. Gerald Hector, Senior Vice President for Administration and Finance. Dr. Winston Schoenfeld, Vice President for Research and Innovation. And Jamie Lamoureux, Staff Advisory Council Representative. Throughout campus and in our community, our faculty help students discover their passions and find their paths. We are fortunate to have faculty who are committed to academic excellence, pushing the boundaries of their disciplines, providing groundbreaking research that improves lives, and mentoring the next generation of thinkers, innovators, and leaders. For all of this and much more, our faculty have our sincere appreciation. Members of the UCF faculty, please stand so we may recognize your contributions and impact. Thank you. Our commencement speaker is two-time Alumni, Naveed Shujat, President of Bank of America in Central Florida and Market Executive for the private bank. He's responsible for connecting clients, teammates, and communities to the full power of the franchise, driving integration across 8 lines of business. He oversees efforts to grow market share by fostering local connections and in identifying opportunities to grow and deepen client relationships. He also leads the effort to deploy the company's resources to help advance economic mobility and build strong communities. A Central Florida resident for more than 4 decades, Naveed is the board chair of the Heart of Florida United Way and has been a regular volunteer with Project Downtown and Second Harvest Food Bank. Please join me in welcoming Naveed Shujat.
Good morning, UCF Knights. Morning. Or as your parents have been calling you, the enemy of their bank account for the last 4 years. I stand before you honored and humbled, and if I'm being completely honest, a little jealous that your biggest problem right now is figuring out which way the tassel goes. Meanwhile, I gotta figure out if campus police is gonna give me a ticket. So that hasn't changed in the last 30 years. College has taught you so much: how to write a 10-page paper in one night, how to survive on nothing but coffee, Red Bull, and Chick-fil-A, and most importantly, how to use ChatGPT without getting caught. You all have gotten really good at that one. But let's not forget the real lessons you've learned: how to adapt. You've survived Zoom calls, you've switched majors a few times, made friends, lost sleep, doubted yourself, pushed through, and somehow still ended up here. That deserves more than a degree. That deserves respect. Now look, some of you know exactly what's next. Maybe it's grad school, maybe it's the dream job, maybe you're gonna backpack through Europe, or just catch up on some sleep. Others, you're still figuring it out, and that's okay. Let me tell you a secret. Most people are still trying to figure it out, and they're just hiding it. So in the meantime, let me offer you 3 pieces of advice that I've learned over the years. The kind of stuff they don't teach you in textbooks or a lecture hall, but it really makes a difference in life. So the first one is, you gotta be better than everyone else that's in the room. You have to strive towards excellence. Now, I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I mean quietly, consistently, humbly. Watch the people around you. Learn from them. Study your coworkers, your managers, your mentors. Take note of what works and what doesn't, and then build yourself into someone who combines all the best qualities of everyone you meet. Be the one people rely on. Be the one who gets invited into the room where decisions are being made. Trust me, people notice excellence, especially when it's wrapped in humility. Second, it's not what you know, it's who you know. You've heard this before, but let me break it down and make it real for you. In your career, your relationships are going to be the biggest currency you have. The people who remember your name, your work ethic, how you made them feel, that network becomes the foundation of opportunities. It might take 5 or 10 years to build, but that's okay. Do it anyways. Go to the lunch. Say yes to the coffee. Follow up. Celebrate others. Send random congrats messages on LinkedIn. That's how doors open in the real world, not just with resumes, but with relationships. And third, be careful with the job hopping trend. Now look, I get it. Job hopping can bring new experiences, faster promotions, better pay. There's nothing wrong with growth. But here's the risk. Every time you leave, you start over with the who you know. And eventually you might find yourself with a lot of knowledge, but not much wisdom. So let me break this down for you. Here's the difference. Knowledge is like you watching 10 hours of YouTube tutorials on how to swim. You understand breathing, kicking, arm movements. You got the knowledge. And then you jump into the deep end. What happens? You sink to the bottom like Jack Sparrow hanging onto an anchor. So why? Because no experience. And wisdom only comes with time. You got to stay in the game long enough to get beat up a little. You got to push through the boring seasons. You got to make the hard calls and learn from them. Establishing a career is not easy, but the winners, they're the ones who bust through the obstacles and the hard times. They don't flinch when times get tough, who don't quit just because the water got cold. Now let's zoom out for a second. You're graduating from UCF, a university full of thinkers, doers, and a few people that are still looking for parking since freshman year. That one made an impact on me. You've made it through something big. You've become someone different than who you were when you started here. You're stepping out into a world that's honestly kind of messy right now. There's uncertainty, there's change, disruption, but with opportunity. There's so much opportunity that's there. And here's what the world needs from you. It needs your brains. It needs your energy. It needs your sense of humor. Don't chase titles, chase impact. Chase meaning. Chase the feeling that you're building something real. Wait a minute. I don't think as a Bank of America executive I'm supposed to say chase that many times. So let's strike that from the record. But seriously, be kind, be curious, be generous. Remember that every time you hear the words charge on, it's not just a slogan, it's a reminder to move forward. bust through obstacles, break ceilings, keep going when things are hard, and help someone else when you get ahead. So go out there, be bold, be you, make mistakes, and when in doubt, just charge on. Go Knights!
Thank you, Naveed. You did a lot of great things there. You made sure people got the key points, strive for excellence, build those relationships, and be careful with the job hopping. And you did it very quickly. Thank you. I really do appreciate everything you do for UCF. Bank of America has been a great partner with us. Naveed has been a great supporter. He represents this university so well, and he actually shows all of you in this room today that are about to graduate what is possible. Thank you again for being such a great leader in Central Florida. And now we approach that joyful time in our program when degrees are conferred. I call upon Dr. Leah Gaines, our Grand Marshal, who represents the faculty, to recommend degrees be awarded.
Thank you, Mr. President. My faculty colleagues and I are thrilled for these graduates and for all at UCF who helped them grow and succeed. On behalf of the faculty, I'm pleased to recommend that the degrees be awarded to those students qualified to receive them. Students, congratulations.
Thank you, Grand Marshal Gaines. I am pleased to welcome Dr. John Weisample, Interim Dean of the College of Graduate Studies, to confer the master's degrees.
Thank you, President Cartwright. The master's degree represents intensive, rigorous study in a specific discipline or profession beyond the bachelor's degree. Today, we are pleased to confer master's degrees to our graduates who worked hard to achieve them. Will the candidates for the master's degrees from the College of Business Administration please rise and remain standing? Mr. President, on behalf of the deans and the faculty, I am pleased to present these candidates for the degrees for which they qualify and recommend that they be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Weisample. Candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Florida, and with the concurrence of the UCF Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended and for which you have qualified with all the rights and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
Graduates, as the first rows of master's awardees approach the stage, will the remaining rows please be seated until directed to come forward.
From the College of Business Administration, Melinda Ammon. Miguel Angel Morales II. Wyatt Glenn Chancellor. Leila Marie Valfay. Corrigan Hugh Valcarcel Jones. Alexis Kramer. Zachary Novak. Maria Del Pilar Lopez. Chi Yuen Kenny Choi. Priti Chintinya Rajamani. Samantha Blanc. Luke Rancourt. Raphael F. Sardina. Bala Krishna Deshomuni. Harvinder Singh Madan. Christopher D. Carpenter. Jeremiah Kane Love. David Matthew Elliott. Justin Othello Velasquez. Marlena Ribeiro do Prodo. Ashley Aaron DeVitt. Jennifer Lynn Eiler. Corey James Engel. Quatrell Ramon Nevels. Lisa Erfurth. Antonio Ernesto Barros. Jamie Siebert Niven. Oliver Davies. Navina Katuru. Jessica Lugo. Nkobi Talamini. Stephen W. Owen. Vincent Chichapona Chanakira. Michael Anthony Goggin. Kelly Wells. Dario Enrique Rosa.
Jane Elizabeth Madison Zimmerman. Morgan Victoria Flood. Erin Callahan Boss. Adil Jamal Omar. Zubair Naim Sheikh. Cass Alexander Brown Jr. Heriberto Rodriguez. Julia Gabrielle Jones. Nadine Adgar. Scarlett Chuang Nguyen. Danielle Allison Blake. Amanda Gay. Angela Tiffany Ratliff. Mia Alexandria Maddow Buckalt. Jessica Marie Babka. Melissa Ann Sharko Cakeline. Rebecca Lynn Adcock. Ashley Ann Aiken. Fernando Alberto Cardona. Noah David Fautis. Sean Michael Russo. Dominic Patrick Giannuzzi. Floyd Anthony Rodriguez. Ferris Medhat Abakura. Jocelyn Fernandez. Elizabeth Hoyle. Hannah Cantonwine. Hamza Godil. Max Colby Samaru. Vincent F. Bartone. Cooper Ferrer. Alexander Carl Hayden. Emily Teresa Stevens. Chasden Ross Mike. Daniela Andrea Chavez. Eva Monet. Howard Frank Cromwell Jr. Emily Ann Champagne. Courtney Karen Anderson. Carlos Francisco Jara. Michael Jonas Morel Calderon. Hiro Antonio Murillo. Diana Alejandra Ramirez. Shad S. Youssef. Maribel Vincenta Cruz. Gary Robillard. Rasha Fayez El Khalil. Irish Joanna Rojo. Antonio Blake Rodriguez. Angel David Kaisapanta. Alexa Marina Wadak. Ashley Marie Rourke. Sarah Ann Zigman. Ivan Pereira Lima. Michaela Marie Willeman, Zi Peng Li, Enrique Huerta, Luis Giovanni Mercado, Sydney Melanie Rankin, Sherland Sherabin, Darshani Bhukti Singh, Shannon Alexis Reed,
Jasmine Ann Carbajal, Zaria Alice Menard, Estefania Londono Rivas, Karina Judith Portillo Contreras, Sarah Isabella Arambula, Kaylee Lauren Adams, Kapil Kapoor, Yosvani Medina Pinera, Bethany Ann LaPenta, Stephen Daniel Wayton, Sarah Cristina Almeida, Enzo Jose Oliva, Alexandra Regina Pardon, Teresa Alhaji, Mong Ang Ko, Jeffrey Lloyd Pearsall Jr., Johansson Christopher Valmy, Kyle Thomas Hauk, Courtney Elizabeth Christie, Leonidas Tirones Mojica, Abigail Janke, Max Longuerre, King Xiao Zhang, Suresh Kumar, Angelica Luz San Diego Salgado, Alejandro Ortega, Daniel John Hoban, Josemarie Sain, Astrid Alejandra Bennett, Kyle Thomas Hatfield, Leonardo Romero III, Gabriel Noguera Ferraz de Campos, Angel Enrique Garcia, Nicholas Robert Galgiano, Mark Elmalaka, Tiffany Batista, Victoria Rose Carlson, Tatiana Tawana Towns, Emily Ann Beesing, Daman Sohani, and the last master's graduate, Jennifer Lemonnier.
For career success and a life of learning. Before these degrees are conferred, I welcome Dr. Sheila Amin, Interim Vice President for Information Technology and Chief Information Officer, and, more importantly, Dean of the Burnett Honors College, to recognize our students graduating with distinction.
Thank you, Provost Johnson. It's my pleasure to provide special recognition to students who are graduating with distinction. Students who show sustained academic distinction and scholarship at the university graduate with Latin honors and are listed in the commencement program. Let me put this in perspective for you. To qualify for cum laude honors, students on average must earn 4 A's for every B they make, reaching a cumulative GPA of 3.8 or just higher. Cum laude graduates, please rise to be celebrated. Come on. Please be seated. To qualify for magna cum laude honors, students on average must earn 9 A's for every B they make, reaching a cumulative GPA of 3.9 or just above. Magna cum laude graduates, please rise as we congratulate you. Please be seated. Lastly, to qualify for summa cum laude honors, students must earn on average 19 A's for every B they make, reaching a cumulative GPA of 3.95 or up to a perfect 4.0. Summa cum laude graduates, will you please rise to be celebrated? Congratulations. Please be seated. You may have noticed that some of the graduates are wearing a gold cord. This cord signifies high academic accomplishment and represents our campus honor societies. In addition, top honor medallions are presented to the students who have achieved the highest grade point averages in their colleges. Will these scholars please rise to be recognized? Please be seated. The Burnett Honors College was established in 1998 to cultivate talent and inspire excellence. It is UCF's four-year honors program and showcases exceptional scholarship, leadership, and creativity. In your program are the names of students graduating with university honors or who have completed an honors undergraduate thesis. I ask these scholars who have demonstrated remarkable achievement at UCF to stand to be recognized. Please be seated. We are also very proud to recognize two distinct groups of remarkable student leaders who are graduating today. First, our Lead Scholars Academy graduates who have engaged in the academic study of leadership while learning to lead others and serving our community. We also celebrate our President's Leadership Council, a distinguished group of selected students for their scholarship, leadership, and service that have admirably represented UCF as ambassadors and hosts. These graduates are also listed in the program. I ask them to stand for recognition. Please be seated. In 2001, the university established the Order of Pegasus, an honor that recognizes outstanding senior and graduate students who have demonstrated overall excellence in university involvement, leadership, academic achievement, and community service. Because of the breadth of the accomplishments required for this award, the Order of Pegasus is the most prestigious and significant student award that can be attained at the university. We are pleased to have two Order of Pegasus graduates with us today as esteemed members of our platform party. Would the following honorees please stand as their names are called, along with their families in their recognition? Melinda Amen and Brielle Alexa Young. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Amin. Now I ask Dr. Paul Jarley, Dean of the College of Business Administration, to present the baccalaureate candidates from that college.
I am proud to present the awesome as well as somewhat relieved baccalaureate candidates from the College of Business. Would the candidates please stand and remain standing? Time to graduate, people. Make some noise. Come on. That's better. Provost Johnson, it is my pleasure to recommend that these students receive the degrees for which they have qualified.
And will Dr. Wayne Bowen, Interim Dean of the College of Undergraduate Studies, present the baccalaureate candidates from that college?
I am proud to present the adaptable and path-making candidates from the College of Undergraduate Studies. Will the candidates please stand and remain standing? Provost Johnson, it is my pleasure to recommend that these students be granted the degrees for which they qualify. Candidates, please remain standing.
Thank you. Mr. President, the baccalaureate candidates standing before you have been recommended for graduation by the dean and faculty of their colleges. I concur with these recommendations and present the candidates to you for the awarding of degrees.
Thank you, Provost Johnson. For baccalaureate graduates, the graduation tassel is a symbol of success. Moving the tassel to the left after graduating is symbolic of crossing to another stage in your life, while keeping your alma mater close to your heart. Baccalaureate graduates, this is what you have been waiting for, the moment of your graduation from UCF. By the authority vested in me by the state of Florida, and with the concurrence of the UCF Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended and for which you have qualified, with all the rights and responsibilities thereto appertaining. I now invite you to move the tassel on your caps from the right side to the left. Congratulations.
Family and friends, we will now invite our undergraduates to walk across the stage. Some of you have traveled quite a distance to be part of today's ceremony, and it is important for you to hear your graduate's name as it is called. Please be considerate and keep in mind that others wish to hear the names of their graduates as well. And now the top honor graduates have come forward, and we invite the undergraduates from the first rows of baccalaureate graduates. And will our other baccalaureate graduates please be seated until directed to the stage.
From the College of Business Administration, Rachel Brianne Flasherstein, summa cum laude. Brielle Alexa Young, summa cum laude. Zachary Douglas Smith, summa cum laude. Alexander Mills Brawley. Dorian Takei Lightborn, Mariah Janae Yosef, Peyton Christopher Irvin, Riley Michael Reiter, William Tyler Blackburn, Aaron Liu, Alora J. Vasquez, Serena Mary Matthew, Jared Rodney Reed, Angelise Gabriela Vargas, Joshua Araujo, Victoria Luz Lopez, magna cum laude, Edrine Vincent Velasco, Jonathan Topley, Nicholas Herman Suarez, Glenn William Paternoster Jr., Colin Michael Keehan, Trenton Fleischman, Thomas D. Furstenmacher, Landon Ellis Hopkins, Jace Robert Hoffman, Sophia Grace Carey, Blake Meyer, Ezekiel Negron, Jaya Annapurna Kasturi, Amanda Noel Pleffner, Adam Joseph Mullaney, Noor Ishan Ilunu, Maria Fernando Roja Verano, Nafisa Umira Tardur.
Paige Ella Moose, Kelly Nicole Bruler, Emma Pham, Sydney Sojourner Truth Greer, Miguel A. Burgos Jr., Daniel Osorio, Nicholas David Zimmerman, Melanie Nicole Arnez, Benjamin Alonzo Sepulveda Cardenas, Susani Lorena Warren, Brianna Spence, Cody Diora Bloomfield, Matthew Robert Joden, Malik Omar Huey, Seth Logan Crouch, Jamal Ahmad Gari, Aiden Sebastian Maldonado, Clayton McGahee, Taylor Brianne Colleen, Isaac Alexander LaRousse, Stephen Su, Sydney Danielle Gian Osborne, magna cum laude, Mariella Monopoly, magna cum laude, Justina Carter, cum laude, Alonzo Rodrigo Fonseca, David A. Galvez, Juan Segundo Echeverria, Camila Lucia Para Huerta, Ashley Tutko, Brandy Nelson, Ryan William Gross, Evan Ferenc Levine, Jacob Kenneth Lutz, Isaac Sosa, Joseph Barnett Cotting, Amelia Worley, Sydney Caroline Lyle, Elkin Escobar, Gavin Ortegon Sanchez, Joshua Ruben Mojica, Samir Amin, Dakota Lee Miller, J.D. Lopez, Brandon Roberto Aviles Usuriaga, Aiden Lee Anderson, Jackson William Harrell, Austin Luttrell,
Jade Alicia Onfroy, Yael David Cochran, Janelle Marie Bayer, Ryan David Boyce, Sean Paul Venus, John Pignon Laconata, Natasha I. Kelly, Arti Marugan, Cole J. Spears, Nicholas Edward Fettner, Alex Eden, Jacob D. Robinson, Haroon Saeed Mounadin, Jacob Steele Anderson, Lauren Yvonne Bolnick, Rachel Ann Reyna, Jessica Lynn Farron, cum laude, Heather Elizabeth Crew, Kaylin Reniel Terry, Tanya Torres Sanchez, Justin Samuel Penzone, Jonathan P. Cox, Luca B. Diamore, Gabrielle Richard Mayo, Alexander Conger, Patrick Rosier, Nicholas James Papadimitriou, Marcelo Javier Carrion, Sebastian Duque, Carson James Olenek, Reese Joseph Hudson, Jade A. Masri, Alexander John Morris, Dylan Matthew Geiger, Peter Iselovic, summa cum laude, Brian Cadwell Volstorf, Yolanda Enid Iglesias, Jason Alexander Nunez, cum laude, Nakia Bernay Harrison, Jamie Phyllis Salter, Tyler Richard Bostick, Marquez C. Cheney, Bailey Elizabeth Olson, Isabella Rose Richko, Alessiana Marie Gill, Ethan John Miller, Grant Jefferson McNew, Carlos Alberto Bustamante, Cesar Ruben Santos Jr., John Gamboa, Nelson David Santana Feliz, Corey Nicole Galbraith, Lam A. Tran, summa cum laude, Enzo Pereira, Charles C. Cox, cum laude, Gabriel Alejandro Socas Hernandez, Sai Manas Rama Mohana Rayo Badalamudi, Yuta Marie Rosario, Fletcher Lee Small, Savannah Ann Lataki Eldridge, Ryan Thomas McEachin, Kathy Spiridis, John Miracos, Valentina Laura, Samuel Starr Goodman, Angel S. Albaran, Tyler Jordan Agnew, Zahia Misik, Catherine E. Babine, cum laude, Angelica M. Lannis, Ethan M. Stinson, Kalia Time Kellett, Jacob William Jennings, Remy Hicham Elzuher, Stephen Armayer, Pedro Safako Aruto, Sean McTire, Katie Arvid Ois, Claire Nicole Whitcomb, Hillary Douglas,
Curtis Elliott Razor, Carson Charles Boyko, Carson Joseph McSweeney, Brian Robert Bickerton, Scott Perozzi, Jackson Riley Pope, T. Bao Lee, Gabriela Costa Simonini, Mason Andrew Avni, Brian Rodriguez, Juan Carlos Ayala Rodriguez, Adriana Isabella Figueroa, Emma Bennett, Victoria Maria Stolarczyk, Camila Mariana Robinal, Julian M. Brown, Dylan Paresh Patel, summa cum laude, Ethan Stone Vance, Gabriel Umana, Cole Eric Genovese, Jacob Anthony Porvasnik, Grace Ann Miller, Claire Lynn Kaminsky, Adam Sterling Alexander, Brian Trung No, Gianfranco Spinelli, Lorenzo Anthony Cacciorsini, Juan Camilo Mendoza, London O'Neill, Paige Wendling, Melissa Elizabeth Beresheim, Leah Melanie Fenn, Nicholas Joseph Ordanis, Caitlin Elizabeth Whipple, Alexander Richard Hyde, cum laude, Nigel Beverly, Taylor Jordan Parcell, Idara Barnetta Barney, Tegan Janae Rupel Jones, Kamala Shavani Basant, Christina Maria Hernandez, Angelina Tiffany Louise Burns, Emerio Obrero III, Jacob Cole Teston, Kiera Ann Trent, Sarah Jean Louise Belair, Michael David McCormick, Riley Caroline Gernert, Victoria C. Vega, Brady G. Johnson, Robert Nolan Gary, Alec Roderick Johnson, Crystal I. Rivera, Mario Alberto Rodriguez, Aina G. Wise, Obianuju Oluchukwu Ibe, Hannah Alexis Slaughter, Alexius Flavia Medolari, Luisa Janadios Davis, Bernardo Gabriel Napoles, Mateo Valencia, Leonardo Javier Sulbaran, Christian Leon, Juliana Marie Liriano, Kalandra Kamari Scarvers, Giovanna Alves, Karen Raquel De Silva, Ronald Austin McGreer, Kashina Kabwita, Kevin O'Shea McGrath III,
Sydney Gray Steiner, Erin Elizabeth Mulholland, Casey Joe Ryder, Morgan K. Miller, Eliana Mayela Rosada Feliciano, Darren Lee Jones, Corey Demes Lang, Miguel Enrique Terragosa II, Robert Murphy Pratt, Carlos Javier Cisneros, Vincent Nguyen Lam, Roberto Aaron Pacheco, Caleb A. Lucarelli, Rebecca Lauren Suarez Silva, Ozzy Michael Ramirez, Lissandro Jose Etopina, Brooke Taylor Williams, Stelianos Jonathan Correlesis, Luke Alexander Payne, Liliana Emily Hernandez, Alexis Tila De Jesus, Nicole Mazzarella Oxley, Michael Price Luff, Asa Edward Arnold, Nicholas Joseph Albert Davidson, Martin Dre Reyes Balboa, Eleniel David Rodriguez, cum laude, Ali Abdullah Brook Al-Jami, Hayes Brewster Kingham, Arthur Lauren, cum laude, Niti Setiwong Priyadni Tichipa, Jesus Salvador Hernandez Diaz Jr., Mohammed Shabazz Hussein, Connor Ryan Bergman, Braden Delude, Maxwell Richard Coletta, Kevin Hofnagel, Kylie Faith Cruz, Aubrey Nicole Howard, magna cum laude, Chloe Kahn, cum laude, Daniel Torres Vasquez, Nathan William Brew, summa cum laude, Amanda Lee Hernandez, Alexa Bianca Curao, Johnny J. Montilla, Alexander Jerry Burrick, Sean Huang Nguyen, Madeline Coyle, Kaylee G. Troop, Nicholas Joseph Clar, Sharav Rao, Carlos Alexander Betancourt, Dennis Robert Shea III, Evan Scott, summa cum laude, Bolivar Mauricio Pacheco Naranjo Jr., David Josan Safik, summa cum laude, Daniela C. Espin Gonzalez, David Gobe, Joshua Gavin Armacida, Alex Seth Goldman, Jacob A. Hain, John Paul Escobar Jr., Harris Mlivo Felix, cum laude, Maxwell Freed, Pedro Franco das Neves, Matthew Alexander Shook, Kaylin Nicole Lindsay, Jeremy Harrison Kane, Diego Lopez, Elizabeth Marie Santiago, cum laude, Hussein Akram Hamadi, Mitchell Jacob Peters, Nathan Matthew Fleece, Alex Zeluta, Noah Alexander Ressel, Ronald J. Hopper, cum laude,
Justin Alexander Presley, Hector Osvaldo Sardina, Nicholas Angelo Panosto, Darren V. Wynn, Marcia Mai Fan, Timothy Burke Ruggiero Jr., Daria Leonova, cum laude, Adam Daniel Nunez, Isabella Maria Flanagan, Sophia Ann Lara, Michaela Cinia Jones, Deanna Jones, cum laude, Nicole Tyner, James Allen Montgomery, Nicholas Peter Frasca, Christian Xavier Rodriguez Santiago, cum laude, Mario Armas, Jose Antonio Rivera Rodriguez, Christian Saman, Muskan Kuna, cum laude, Kylie Nicole Montgomery, Sarah G. Bielefeld, Lucas Jeffrey Richardson, Martin Eduardo Meza, Luke Andrew Meinrod, Joshua Michael Lupi, Stephen Charles Reruka, Michael Francis Kemp III, Cole Glenn Kofarnas, Amasade Garcia, Jacob W. Sands, Brogan James McInnes, Nicholas Findley Sheehan, George N. Salib, Alyssa M. Schroeder, Brenton Scott Thompson, Berlice Marie Ramirez, Melinda Ramirez, Calvin Farrell Hansen, Jacob Irvin Goings, Kylie Michaela Sprigal, Baron LeBeau, Samuel Moultrie, Zoe Lynn Baggett, cum laude, Olivia Grace Reagan, Amanda Carey Gerhartz, Daniel Ian Morales, Hunter James Forbes, Patricia Michelle Verger, Reina Renji Joseph, Ramiel Freitas, Angelina Nicole Flores, Michaela Caitlin Sines, Kaylin Alexis Delisser, Darius John Barreto, Efren Armando Gonzalez III, Dane Michael Metcalf, cum laude, Darby Lee Kramer, Anthony Wynn, Ashley Villalon, Rebecca Lee Mejarado, Corey Luis Belford Jr., Anna Bello Maureen, magna cum laude, Moises Ovales Rodriguez, Oliver Connor McNeil, Stephanie Maria Bissono, Rowan Bu Habib, Jan Hendrik de Koch, Arnaldo Thomas Delgado Alvarez, Raman Rampersad, Alexander Panik, Chris Vladimir H. Alexander, Sophia Smahi,
Kayla Marie Leon, Vivian Fong Wen, Wen Hong Ti Fan, Kyra Jean Sinis, Alfredo Miguel Matute Andrade, Dylan Argosia, Zachary Vance Hicks, Christopher Jarrett Viteri, Grant Deans Godnicki, Evan Andrew Myers, Dot Hook Gwen, magna cum laude, Cara Lily Ryan, Talea Brene Ebony Fox, Tyler C. Pate, Daniel Sasson Aharon, Luis Guillermo Cabrera Rodriguez, Lauren Catherine Dusatel, Yenerly Nicole Alicia Echeverria, Elise Leah Hook, Gerald Kyle Albert, cum laude, Timothy Michael Burgess, Tyler Marshall Migliorsi, Eric Roger Savoy, Trevor Mason Bird, Samuel Arvello, Anna Josephine Gullickson, summa cum laude, Alexander James Reed, Antonio Prieto Izaguirre, Mina Mikhail, Thomas Don Mint, Joel Rodrigo Mejia, Daniel Foster, Adrian Daniel Perez, Isabel Santiago, Norma Melissa Flores, Marissa Gianna Storti, Diana Miller, Mia Gioa Chombalaj, magna cum laude, Valerie M. Mencia, Benjamin Frank Gabriel, Robert Cooper Hammett, Augusto Alves Contijo Mencencio, Matthew John Marin, Tonian Alexandra McLean, Dana Loriani Serrano, Leila Julissa Arroyo, David Elliott Peterson, Joseph Rafael Aviles Diaz, Joshua Michael Leiser, Colton George Boomer, Ella Alexis Panagas, cum laude, Callista Elise Lemons, cum laude, Gal Bach, Hunter Stephen Schultz, Maria Kotegova, Joshua Alexander Montanez Perez, Erica Hu Zhang, Alhap Madirala, Stephen Ryan Edelman, Jose Jaime Lopez, Ariel Kristen Dwyer, Serene Arek, Nathaniel Dumevi, Elizabeth Rose Smith, summa cum laude, Emily Grace Stanley, cum laude, Pieter Van Sprang, Natalia Esmeralda Flores Alvarez, Daniela L. Santos, Gavin Govinda Chankur, Luke Martin Molnar, Zachary Mark Resendez, John Christian Bushman, James Patrick Edmund Cleed, Salamata Kane, Benjamin I. Green, Lucas Elmer, Kayla E. Simmons,
Jabari Nasir Ali, Johan William Anthony Henry, Jackie Tang, Jane Paola Valencia, Gerlene Miracle, Jennifer Lee, Aaron de Oliveira, Win Nguyen, Darian Ryan Pettit, Ethan Stanley Peretz, Joshua Angel Perez, Ethan Michael Stamp, Caleb Douglas Corbin, Nathan Seaborn Figueroa, Emily Adele Irwin, Nathaniel Thomas Graham, Holden Keith Bilbrey, Trent Miles Boehner, Logan Andrew Metzger, Camden Mark Vining, Sir Jalen Idris Radford, Daniel Merluzzi, Fen Dresser Jenkins, Yamil Alexander Quinones, Madeline Aaron Marlowe, Diana Lopez Garcia, Stephanie Victoria Ferreira Silva, cum laude, Natalia Patino Fuentes, Katarina Victoria Meyer, Kevin Zael Cruz Cruzado, Sergio Alcides Gomez, Paolo Emilio Santoni, Braden Keith Harper, Luciano Mignoni, Gabriela Marie Perez, Grace Michaela Mitchens, Caitlin Lucia Young, Melissa Andrea Ney, Teresa Oshleen Dastine, Abby Nicole Ferris, Luke Andrew Elijah, Thomas Robert Pollard, Charles Lowell Barham, Gianfranco Grijalva, Dylan R. Barbara, Maximo Miguel Delenser Jr., Jordan Alvarez, Alessandra L. Lavita, cum laude, Gianluca Cambria, magna cum laude, Philip John Fischler, Amanda Christine Jones, Caitlin Marie Fee, Madison Riley Abercrombie, Olivia Isabel Stein, Chase Piper Abbott, David Arapol, William Albert Kish III, Sydney Grace Scott, Paitlin Celeste Fernandez Donahue, magna cum laude, Ray Jacob Laufenberg, Hudson Fisher Cullen, Samuel Jacob Chaffee, Laurel Medina Cotto, Riley Monique Arnold, Samantha Sawyer, Kaylin Anne Marie Bowser, Antonio G. Hernandez, Peyton Matthew Boyce, cum laude, Yasmeri de Jesus, Andrea Ruiz, Meredith Lily Nichols, Joseph Leon McCoy, Matthew Labrador,
Hans W. Conkey, Joaquin Merlino, Connor Matthew Paulson, Christopher James Markham, Jordan Pryor, Ronald Fiormara, Hunter James May, Noah Allen Irvin, Ezra Brad Brennan, Gianna Noel D'Alessio, Olivia Francis Johns, Camila Andrea Murillas, Sarah V. Bernasconi, Kyle N. Lubowicki, Sophia A. Ousley, Matthew John Williamson, Delaney Ann Greenish, Alexis Jacqueline Johnson, Annabella Madison Bainey, Chester Bryce Miller, Brian Chung, Michael Joseph Castrogiovanni, Carissa Michelle Chapa, Romana Silvestri, cum laude, Caitlin Yvette Nieves, Abanub E. Shanuda, Samuel Eugene Gonzalez, Madison Grace Drury, magna cum laude, Brian Walter Mullen II, Ryan Charles Gloss, Justin R. Crihor, Juliet Suzanne Rogers, Raquel B. Fedor, Marshall Allen Boyce, Joshua Thomas Curry, Eden Millith Shethian, Catalina Kraus, Amanda Jia Ying Wan, Andrew James Barber, Johanna Marie Rogers, Hadley Ruth Miller, Allison Anna Williams, Mary Caitlin Rasmussen, Alexis Ray Spencer, Kylie Ann Donald, magna cum laude, Madison Rose Igdalski, cum laude, Anna Sophia Pitstick, Aiden James Davis, Alexander Cooper, Adam Joseph Fisher, Sebastian Jovine, Tristan Michael Kochman, Ethan John Davis, Rante Isaiah Jr. Alaso Ilegan, Richard Logan Bell, Peyton Elizabeth Gentry, Alexis Grace Spicer, Jonathan M. Singh, cum laude, Woodmali Dieu, cum laude, Joshua Allen Hobbs, Alex Jordan Schneider, Gavin Matthew Gilio, Graydon Peter Schwarzberg, William Richard Mason, Augustin Roman Balmaceda, cum laude, Samuel Pacheco, Ashanti Daniela Colebrook, Maya J. Gowans, Maliha Versi, summa cum laude, Kaylee Duong, cum laude, Juan Gabriel Medina Morales, Rafael Garduzo Del Mico, Carlo Miguel Gonzalez, Jeremiah David Rivera, Brandon Lupshan, Carrie Lynn, Osama Al-Balushi, Adrian Nicole Cisneros, Joe Edward Jackson, Brendan Pratis Boseja, Clark Anthony Chase, Robert Carter Rubel, Kasheva Reddy Managapuram, Sarah C. Ortega, cum laude, Moises Abdiel Galiarte Pupo, Sophie Mae McDonald, Madison Emily McDiarmid, Erin Marie McClear, Mackenzie Lynn Bronson, Natalie Rita Mueller, Michaela Christine Zolkos, Ali A. Arif, Mohammed Rafeh Chohtani, Samantha E. Turner, Jasmine Alexia Gomez, Sebastian Rodriguez, Giovanni D'Agostino, Chase Daniel Jones, Daniel Joseph Austin, Wyatt Earl Wilson, Aiden Joseph Crossman, Brandon M. Taylor, Justice Michael Wilburn, Bodie Charles Magnuson, Matthew Dylan Scribner, Nicholas Raphael Duran, Desmond Yvonne Taylor, Kyle Mason Hessenfuss, Logan McClure, Benjamin Murphy Shields, Joseph Ainsley Garrido, Eric Zachary Landis,
Jacob Morse, Richard Joseph Dalton III, Ethan Corbine, Tyler Joseph Hawkins, Haley Marie Kuvek, Emmeline Martinez Armendariz Jr., Isabella Freire Suarez, Joshua Benjamin Saladin, Christy Ray Bruner, Juliana Rose Rapuanu, summa cum laude, Rayan Khan, Diego Luna, Walker Dean Cummins, Samuel Spack, Vrishti Pires, cum laude, Ronan Ashkan Nobakt, Duck Tree Pham, Alicia Renee Bella, Daniel Romero, Evan R. Dodge, summa cum laude, Natasha Elise Bond, Victoria Goodell, Sabrina Soto, Amy Stemples, Manuela F. Rodriguez, Daniel Santos, Brittany Saray Ortiz, Sofia Leon, Jimena Diaz Figueroa, cum laude, Natalie Alexis Hernandez, Prashiv Kiran Shaganlal, Zara Sojane Williams, Isidro Luis Bonilla, David M. Rivette II, Devin Alberto Fana, Aryan Singh Ramasri, Grace Gresham Stanish, Ella Rogers Klingerman, cum laude, Brianna Nicole Wheeler, Christian Javier Archila Santos, Natalia Liz Diaz Lopez, Ashtni Natasha Diu, Luke William Layden, Tristan Julius Brockhausen, Rachel Lynn Beckwith, Catherine Milagros Beltry, Karishma Tirloki, Alani Santos, Brianna D. Sanders Smith, Sofia Blanco, magna cum laude, Victoria Sofia Andueza Gutierrez, Ryan Edward Wadsworth, Madeline Beth Wertheim, Alexa Karina Robles, Sofia Amartegui, Lavelle Marie Lewis, Alexia Denise Hogans, Kaushik Subramanya Dulipala, Rohit Agandri, Tirth Patel, Sarah Jane Marie Cooper, Daria Igorevna Yurchenko, Alyssa Marie Smith, Genaris Torres Lopez, Juliana Ekaterina Elena Schwartz,
Bethany Poyser, Isabella Sagastumi, Brian Brandon Ararte, the last graduate of the Business Administration, and from the College of Undergraduate Studies, Amelia Alexis Rooker, summa cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Rose, Madison Michelle Bissell, Benjamin C. Toppin, Zachary Allen Caslow, Janice Marie Servin, Anna Sophia Diaz, Noah Medijuk, Zachary Malvin Landis, Gabrielle Attila Palmo, Sebastian Alexander Langombra, McCoy Joseph Castle, Kendra Nicole Sanders, Heaven Baby Rodriguez, Rosanna Murad, Hope L. Hardiman, Mia Valentina Blackman, Ebony Chikara Parson, Nix A. Lewis, Quinn Morgan Williams, Dwayne Augustus Hernandez, Adamaris Amare Jimenez, cum laude, McKinley Ann Rosina Olson, Christopher J. Comunale, Jackson Stevenson Holmes, George Bach, Edward Yik Wing Lee, Lucas Gabriel Jordan, Tyler Cole Klein, Gabriella Isabel Centeno, magna cum laude, Samuel K. Spicuza, Olivia Jewel Palmer, Casey Marceline Dykeman, Alexi Kelleen Farmer, Hector Miguel Merced, magna cum laude, Dennis Alexander Enamorado, Misael Peña Sanchez, Sofia Alex Lima, Gabrielle Marie Gutschall, John Parker Dinkins, Grindy Yemelet Fuentes, Trenton Sadie Rames, Joshua Lee Jordan, Brenton Jeffrey Palmer, Alexander John Odom, Kyle Krosno, Elijah Dariana Davis, Yolanda Christine Davila, Trevor Michael Fielmeyer, Jaden Michael Sipes, Andres D. Figueroa Cicerone, Manuela Olarte Sanchez, Isabella Alejandra Rodriguez Acevedo, Alyssa Maria Ferrer, Sarah Mahmoud, Riley D. Gilbert, Maria Gabriela Mejias Rojas, Kyra Lobel Patrick, Natalie Ann Thompson, Samuel James Thompson, Cameron Sky Reed, Jonathan Robert Murphy, Ryan Michael Miles, Daniel Cole Slort, Lindsay Marie Sigler, cum laude, Kevin Michael Free.
Lauren Michelle Metke, summa cum laude. Catherine Michelle Hobbs, summa cum laude. Aiden C. Hempstead. Skylar Madison Padilla. Riley Cameron Ward. Anna Carolyn Harold Slott. Adrian Abilio Gonzalez. Jessica Danielle Landrum. Rebecca May Lacossi. Charlotte M. Ayala. Ryan Wallace. Rigoberto Freyer. Michael Albert Komnick, magna cum laude. Michael James Bresca. Brett Michael Schmidt. Brittany L. Arroyo. Gisela Lauren Escobedo. Mila Rocco Griffin. Rachel Marie Anesi. Reagan James Cunningham. Anthony Francisco Rivera. Anthony Giovanni Nunez. Fallon K. Ziegler. Alexa Jane Kennedy. Christopher Ryan Murphy. Sarah Yvonne Cadenas, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Caitlin Ho. Christopher Stewart Bianchi. Gustav Anderson. Humbert D. Boreto. Caitlin Marie Conant. Stephanie Jane Ochoa. Amelia Victoria Carpio. Marin Jacqueline O'Malley, magna cum laude. Landon John David Ellers. Jonathan Tielv. Matthew J. Gonzalez. Christina Johnson. Lucas Bradley Lawrence. Sophia Marie Kathy. Zaid Ashraf Omar. Joseph Jude Zawaki II. Maxwell Orion Reynolds. Olivia Adara Neville. Alex Tyler Moss. Samara M. Sims. Tyler Tan Nam Lee. Owen F. Keene. Reese Jaden Solomon. Matthew Thomas Archie.
Maximus Chase Kaleli Smith. Kevin Arnold Jarquin. Jonathan Matthew Burry. Ryan Spencer Hack. Adam Joseph Sell. Kyle Nicholas Farnham. Diego Nunez. Sage Hood. Ryan Richard Rodriguez. Rebecca Elena Bryant. Shelby Madison Suarez. Penelope Marie Blesh. Levi Wesley Thaxton, cum laude. Jasmine Rose Talosi Gasantes. Marissa Elizabeth Valier. Denike Derena Betten. Olivia Harris. Sophia Marie Lampe. Zeynep Dogan. Vanessa Ramirez. Ashley Nicole Aguilar. Aviel Omar Basco. Amarilia Akansin Leon. Emma Fenton. Jillian E. Remsen. Kylie Ray Scott. Mako Rosario. Soraya Rangel. Trevor Dean Clark. Derek Marion Hall II. Mia Alexandra Mancheno. Morgan Kimara Jackson. Julian Rios. Reagan P. Weiss. Amudi Basico. Mohammed Nizam Ullah. Riley J. Anderson. Amanda Marie Casaburi, magna cum laude. Francesca Rose Vilsnick. Abigail Mackenzie Snyder. Kaylee J. Casper. Allison Mackenzie Hobson. Dawson Amico. Marcia G. Barnes. Ashley Antoinette Enderica. Zainab Fatima Quadri. Brandon Allen Williamson. Joshua J. Lilly. Jessica Marie Stewart. Haley Lynn Lewis. William Alonzo Wells II. Duarte Wortham Jr., Miles Douglas Montgomery, Simon Puerta, Caroline Niemes, Shehab Eldon Salih Youssef, Austin Stephen Johnson, Thomas Gutierrez Jr., Hentoya L. Maples, Janeba Sumarao, Leja Latrina Wilson, Leslie Y. Keela, Nathaniel Allen Wright, Kai Rafael Handal, Tana Jolie Vasquez, Dominic Dylan Melendez, Paul Stefan Lunas, Jan Richard Lebron, Olivia Shira Saunders, Samira Nohad Mora, Anna Maria Gonzalez, Hannah Leah Bacaus, Luciana Galindo, cum laude, Carolina Alejandro Souza, Jasmine Marie Vega,
Evelyn Mujica, Zariah Mitchell, Stacy Pierre, Takoya Denise Wilford, Rose Valerie Rodriguez Rivera, Denise Latarina Turner, Colleen Mary Flaherty, Diamond Barnett, Daniel W. Hood, Thomas Michael Daguerre IV, Katrina Isabel Kabansai, Symphony Tiona Campbell, Keller Hutto Stocamp Perez, Julia Grace Barnes, Miracle Cassina Trinity Tillman, Lauren Michelle Badalade, Valentina Terran Arjona, Isabel Ariadna Rivera Rivera, Serenity Autumn Meads, Deborah Kao, Irene Lynn Graham Salato, Andres Felipe Cuevado Sanchez, Stanley Lusage, Rithika Aluvala, Hannah Taylor Murray, Samira Alexis Campbell, Savannah K. June Hoisington, Jeffrey Allen Croce, Natalie DeSima, Larry Desmond McRae, William Boakai Keon II, Kaya Irie Watkins Brent, Justin Michael George, Christopher Lloyd Clementi, Kylie Jo Knickerbocker, Kai Josiah Olude, Richard Angel Guzman, Jeffrey A. Ruiz, Jenna L. Wilson, Nina DuPont Silva, Heriberto Antonio Pena, James Luke Yao, Benkia Staville, Cachis Nordalis, Esteban Rene Baez Sola, Fnu Rizwana Salim, Christian Albert Pasalakwa, Deanna Garcia, Katia Destine, Diego Carrillo, Yvonne T. Simpron, Sasha Lynn Ayaluador, and the last graduate of undergraduate studies, Natalia Amari Stewart.
Congratulations, class of 2025. We are so proud of you. Alexander Brawley, the student body vice president, has some brief words of encouragement.
Thank you, Dr. Cartwright. Congratulations, graduates. We know the road to this big day wasn't always easy, especially for so many of us in the class of 2025. But let today remind you that despite the obstacles and challenges, you prevailed. You charged on, and your entire UCF community celebrates you. So, what now, class of 2025? Go out into the world, cultivate your talents, and follow your passions as you positively impact society. Never forget where you came from. With the knowledge, tools, and growth from your time at UCF, you will be unstoppable, and we are so excited to see what you will accomplish next. Please know that wherever life leads, you are forever part of our UCF family and Knight Nation. Now, for your first time as UCF alumni, let me lead you in saying, "Go Knights!"
Thank you, Alexander, and congratulations on walking the stage today as you earned your degree. As we near the end of our ceremony, I invite our last speaker, Charles D'Annunzio, class of 2012, to welcome you to the UCF alumni family.
I realize I'm the last thing between you and early lunch, so I'll try to keep this as brief as possible. Well done, class of 2025. You made it. As an alumni, I know what an extraordinary accomplishment you've just achieved. And I know great things are ahead as you pursue your dreams and energize the workforce and the communities you will serve. As you begin this exciting new chapter, please know that your extended UCF family is always here for you. Your UCF alumni organization offers networking, career assistance, and camaraderie with fellow black and gold wearing friends who share a special bond with you. Through events and mentorship, there are opportunities to cheer on future graduates, whether that be in athletics or in the classroom. Wherever life takes you, you're guaranteed to find fellow Knights from our alumni chapters and clubs programs that span the globe, along with many ways to stay involved with your alma mater and make a meaningful impact here. In 2016, a group of new graduates initiated the tradition of a class gift. Since then, thousands of students have contributed funds to advance the excellence and impact of their university. Each graduating student here who participated received a green graduation cord as a thank you gift. So thank you, fellow Knights, for investing in our beloved UCF. As alumni, your trajectory of success has just begun. So again, congratulations, and as always, go Knights.
Thank you, Charles. Graduates, we are all so proud of the success you have earned. As we close our ceremony, know that UCF will play a tremendous role in what is to come in our state and the world. Through bold new businesses, life-changing inventions, energizing the workforce, solutions to challenges we know about, and those that have yet to even emerge. And you, our graduates, are a major part of everything we will achieve. We are a university committed to providing access to opportunity for people from every walk of life to allow them to earn success. Today, we celebrate all of you who have chose to work hard and devote yourselves to making the most of every opportunity presented. We hope you retain the unmatched optimism, curiosity, and compassion that first brought you to UCF. We wish you much happiness and success in all you do, and above all, we hope you will keep reaching for the stars. before we go, please join me in recognizing the contributions of two people who helped make this such a memorable event, our bagpipers, Reginald Lyle and Ben Pugh. We will conclude our ceremony by singing the alma mater. You will find the words on the back cover of your program. Afterward, we will have the recession of the platform party and the faculty. All guests should then exit the arena and meet your graduate outside. Thank you all for joining us for today's commencement ceremony. Will all who are able please rise? And gentlemen, will you again remove your caps? And before we sing just one more time, go Knights!
Charge on! All hail to alma mater, whose banner black and gold will wave in fame and splendor as the passing years unfold. May loyalty and friendship within our hearts unite and light the star